Well, not only did I manage to order it, but also the router was delivered. So this makes me even more eager just to get this project done. I think as planned, I'm going to do the drawers. So I'm going to use this 10mm plywood rather than the normal MDF because I don't need like these thick drawers. And also it'll maximize a bit of the drawer space because it's not very big inside there, is it? So it's the first time I'm doing this kind of joint, so that'll be interesting. And then on top of it, it's the first time I'm ever using any of these runners. They need to be fairly accurate. So I've marked on my workbench the sizes and that I need. So yeah, I think let's just get cracking with that and get the drawers done so that we then just have the top and the fence and all the interesting bits left. So the joints for this, normally what I do is I sort of just put a dado and then do a 90 degree like that. Now for drawers, generally what you do is you do sort of an inlay. So you cut a groove inside here and a dado on that side and it slides in. This is supposed to be a very easy technique because you can do multiple drawers in one go because you set your table saw up and bam, bam, bam. It is a new approach for me. The trick is to cut the right width on every single one and then create the right dado at the end. It's a bit of a challenge, so I'm going to try it on these scrap pieces to get it right, but once I have it, I should be able to crank out all of these drawers fairly quickly. So let's see how I get about it. I think the first thing I will do is do the dado that will slide in, because I think once that's done, it should be the easiest to go forward. But yeah, let me play with these two pieces, get it right. Once that's done, I'll just have to do the rest, right? That should be super easy. Right, so here we go. All of them nicely done. The little brown jig that you see me using here is called a kerf maker. It allows me to make grooves at the exact width that I need, taking into consideration the saw blade width. I will make a separate video on how this works exactly. For now, just trust me, it makes it accurate every time. So here we have a box, perfectly laid out. It's quite a cool joint. It keeps it sort of in the angular a little bit better than the other ones. I think there's some of this board is slightly warped, so some joints are a bit looser than others, but not in a bad way at all. And now the cool thing is I can measure exactly the size. Well, I know exactly the size of the insert. So that's, sorry, there's a bit of cutout here, but pretty much it's from that sort of edge to that sort of edge. So I have the perfect width. Plywood, no damage, perfect. Anyway, lengthwise, because this is an insert like that, the insert has to be exactly the length of this. Now, I just realized that if I look inside here, this groove is maybe a millimeter less. So what I'll do is I'll take the length of this and subtract 2 millimeters, and that should give me the actual length of the board, and the width I can just take from the other side. I'm going to use the same stuff that I used to make the blast gate and the floor of the exhaust. My word. Okay. For the material for this, I will use the same that I did to make the blast gate and the floor of the dust extraction, except I'll just use one sheet because it's exactly 3 millimeters. So I don't have to go and, you know, try and widen that to fit. It'll be a snug fit, but that's okay. I'm good with that. So I'll cut those down now and then go from there. Okay, so I've already assembled a drawer and I forgot to hit record. So I'm going to show you the assembly of the second one. And by assemble, I mean just a dry fit. I haven't glued it yet, I'll do that in a minute. But one thing I've noticed in the dry fit is, because it's exactly 3mm and so is the slot is also exactly 3mm, it is quite a tight fit. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to sand the edges of this ever so slightly on the back side. On the first drawer, I did do it on the top. And I'll show you in a minute, it sort of obviously took the veneer off, stupid me. So I'll do it on the backside so that it just slips in quite easy. And then I'll show you the dry fit. So let me get on with that now. So we just, it's also got a bit of a flex, so you need to make sure, there. You need to counter flex it, right? Look at that. Perfect fit. And what I love about this, I'm so happy I tried this. I know it seemed a bit trickier than before, and I think with a router table it'll be super easy because these don't, like these grooves and that, it's hard. We have to do multiple cuts with a table saw. But once I have a router table, I just use the bit and do it with that, right? Make it according to bit size, and there we go. Drawer assembled. We have two, and all I need to do is the next one, and then figure out how the hell to install these at the right height and so everything works. Exciting times, exciting times. Yeah, I'll figure that out in a minute. Let me finish with the last drawer. Okay, so this is a trick for like boxes and that. You don't have to always clamp things super tight, and for something like this, there's a lot of joints and a lot of surface area to keep it tight, and this will be good enough to make these straws quite strong. So obviously, as I'm doing it, I'm applying the pressure down where I need it, and then just tightening it on with the masking tape.
And I think let's cool and knife.
We're not finished yet, dear. So here we go, we've got the two runners attached. Now we just need to build it into the router table. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach to this drawer first, which will be the bottom drawer. I'll put a little 3mm plate in so that it sits on top, and do the adjustments, well, attach those things accordingly, and then attach this first so that I can attach the following drawers after, so that we can work out exactly the heights that they need to be at. And then very last, we'll do the face plates. Okay, so the light is a bit bad down here, but initially I was gonna put a 3mm piece of wood in there. However, we're very close to these bolts, so what I've done instead is I've just folded a piece of paper 4 times, and then put it up against it. It's just so that there's a minuscule gap underneath so that the drawer doesn't rub. Worst case, if for whatever reason it does sort of rub against the bottom here, I will just sand the bottom of the drawer to give that up. But yeah, so in essence, I now need to just do the holes inside here. I don't know if you'll be able to see properly. I'm trying to see if I can lower you a little bit. Opa. I don't think so, but what I'll do is I'll screw that in. If I get some good footage, use that. Otherwise, I'll just show you the final result. Okay, crawled around the floor a little bit, tried to get in there, installed the runners. I haven't tried the drawer yet, so I want this to be live because, you know, half the point is that I muck up a lot, but I'm pretty confident that this is gonna work. Sliding in, sliding in. It's not working. It's getting stuck somewhere. I don't understand where. Okay, so I broke the back off here, so I think what's happening, I can fix that with glue. Okay, I managed to install 2 of the drawers. So, I don't know if you can sort of see in the background there. There. And they work. The bottom one is a bit sticking, still sticking a little bit. What I did is I sanded the sides down to try and make them a bit narrower, the drawers in general. But I think the bottom part of that box seems to be a bit tight in the back than in the front, at least at the bottom. The middle drawer went in quite well and the drawer works really well. I'm now gonna sand that piece that I had to fix. I hope the glue is dried, and then attach that. And then the drawers will be in, and all we need to do is the faces, which most probably I'll do tomorrow. Maybe I'll even add that to the next video. I'll see how I get on with it today. But in the meantime, let me finish these drawers and we'll go from there. So, this drawer is the one that sticks. Put that, empty it, put that up here as the runners that match. The white one actually works a million times better, but anyway. And let's pray to God that I've sanded enough off this one now not to cause it to break again. You know what? I genuinely feel like that's a success. And then next step is fronts. Obviously, they need to be custom created for the right sizes. Sorry about the smashing of the wood. Wow. Wow. What a day. I'm gonna call it a day for today. I'm gonna call it a day for now. And I won't even tidy, to be honest. I'm literally just gonna stop. And tomorrow I will see it doing the drawer fronts, and then we're ready for the very, very scary top. So, see you then. So at the top and the bottom of the drawer fronts, I need to put like edging on, which will be the same depth as the drawers, just so it looks kind of nice. I'm just gonna use a bit of this wood because they're a bit stronger than MDF for that. So I'm gonna do roundovers on both sides and then cut the right width. This is the same width as the MDF already, so all I do is glue it to the front and done. I know I always have loads to say, so I thought I'll just quickly add this. So what I'm done here is because I want all the drawers to be exactly the same size, and I don't want to put the fence there and all the stop blocking, etc. So what I've done is I've taped these three together. Especially with MDF, I can still do it this big. With normal wood, I most probably wouldn't do it when it's this size, but now I can cut them exactly to the 33 centimeters. And even if I'm a millimeter off or so, it doesn't matter because all of them will be the same. So just a little trick here. So I'll flatten one side off and then cut it to the right size. I just realized I don't have handles for these drawers. The handles I used last time was from my old kitchen that is now gone. And I forgot to salvage more handles. So I'm wondering if I can make something out of wood, you know. Something that has like a chamfer like this at the bottom. Let me figure something out. Okay, we're back down here. So, as you can see, I made some little wooden handles. They're quite nice, they have a quite quick grip. Just something quick to throw together, nothing too special. Important thing, make it flush at the back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach these to the drawers. I'm gonna use double-sided tape, you'll see how that works. It's a trick that I've seen online. And then we'll have these done and then finally be finished with this step. Yeah. Okay, so we have a big problem here. Good that this is a shop project, that's what I'm going to say. This is the top drawer panel. I mean, it looks pretty decent, right? It looks pretty good. However, there's a mistake, a fundamental mistake that I made that I didn't even consider, and I'll show you. So this, if I attach this one, the problem is that this drawer overlaps with the face of the one underneath. And worse than that, the bottom drawer does the same thing. So if I want to open this one, I have to open all three drawers. It also means that the faces of each drawer will have to be cut down to different sizes. Now that's a problem. The reason being is this one I can cut down just a little bit, maybe at the bottom, that'll look fine. But the next one on top, I guess these two drawers will be the same because I need that distance and that distance. But then the top drawer will be too small because if I align this at the bottom of that, I have that horrible massive gap at the top, right? So I think I'm gonna have to leave that for the next video. This video has gone way too long. I'll do that in the next part at the very first step. Oh well. Well, that is quite upsetting if you ask me. I mean, it looks pretty good the way it is there, but obviously it doesn't work. I genuinely was considering like just installing it and not sort of mentioning that, hoping no one will notice, but I mean, that's not really the point. And I think I want to stress that again. The point of this channel is that I'm learning and I don't mind sharing my learnings with you, right? There's the viewer, and it's the whole point is you can laugh at me, but also learn with me together. And pretty much this is why people watch this, right? So it's a bummer. I'm out of time, so I'd rather just attack that at the beginning of the next video. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, I still had fun. Anyway, catch you later. Don't forget to subscribe and like. God damn it, this is such bullshit. I don't know when I'm gonna finish this. Oh crap. This is exactly 3 millimeters, and the hole is exactly 3 millimeters, or the slat. 3 millimeters, and that